Tissot.
Juliet, welcome.
Thank you. My name is Juliet Tissot. I'm not going to spend my time talking about the last levy because I think everyone pretty much knows where I stand on that. I do want to mention one thing before I go into my notes, is that the minutes tonight should not have been approved. The minutes by law are supposed to tell people who were not in attendance at the meeting exactly how people voted and why, and describe that meeting in a way that people who are not in attendance can understand what happened. That is not the way the minutes were recorded. That is not the way the minutes were reported to the public. And everyone who voted yes to approve those minutes, I think you should ask to take your vote back and have a re-vote, because you should not sit behind those microphones and be rubber stamps. You should use critical thinking. You should represent this community as individuals, not as a united front. So now I will go into my talking points. On March 25th, Art Jarvis signed the agreement to buy the Grailville property. On March 22nd, Kevin Hawley signed the agreement to buy the Grailville property. Also on March 22nd, Art Jarvis, Kevin Hawley, and Amy Krause signed the certificate of availability of funds to buy the Grailville property. The appraisal on the land was not done for almost 3 more weeks. On April 17th, the appraisal on the land came in at $7,630,000. The land was not put on the market yet. Y'all were the only ones looking at it. There were no other buyers. There was no hurry to put $100,000 of taxpayer money down on that land to hold it, even though you didn't have any buildings yet to build on it, you had no levy approved. Where that money is coming from, so that the public understands, we don't have it. You have to borrow it. That means we aren't really going to pay $7,630,000. We're going to pay exponentially more than that with interest. The biggest problem with that is that you're taking that money to pay down that money that you have to borrow. You're taking that out of a 2004 permanent improvement levy that the voters voted on. In that language, it did not say land acquisition. There is not a voter in 2004 that voted for the approval for you all to buy land, certainly not to the tune of $7 million. If you thought it was appropriate to spend $7 million of taxpayer money on that land, I think it appropriate to put it up to a vote. Also, so that people understand, it's 15% of the 2004 permanent improvement levy that is going to be taken away
30 seconds.
to pay down that land. That means that the money that is supposed to be slated to repair and keep buildings up to date will not be there. And when we asked John Ames how he felt about this, he was not happy. I'm not even sure he knew. I think anytime you guys decide to spend large chunks of taxpayer money, you should ask the taxpayers first. It should always come to a vote. If you don't have the time to do that, then don't do that. These are the reasons you've lost taxpayers' trust. Thank you.
One more.
Jennifer Monroe.